April 20th, 1889. In Braunau-Amin, a small border town of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, someone is born who will leave a mark on history. On that day, Clara, the wife of Alois Hitler, a customs officer in this town, brings a baby boy into the world. They name him Adolf. Alois Hitler is a stern and disciplined father. He wants his son to become a civil servant, but Adolf's dreams are filled with art. The child clashes with his father at every turn. When Alois dies in 1903, Adolf is only 13 years old. He deeply loves his mother, Clara. This bond will remain the deepest emotional connection of his life. Growing up in Linz, Adolf is a failing student. His teachers describe him as lazy and stubborn. But in drawing, he is different. He sketches for hours, admires architecture, loves Wagner's operas. In his mind lives the dream of becoming a great artist. An 18-year-old Adolf arrives in Vienna with great hopes. His goal is to enter Austria's most prestigious institution, the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts. But the jury delivers its verdict clearly: not accepted. A year later, he applies a second time. He is rejected again. Historical record. In the opinion of the Academy's Evaluation Committee, the candidate's drawing samples are insufficient. It is recommended that he pursue the field of architecture. In December of 1907, his mother Clara dies of breast cancer. Hitler witnesses his mother's death and returns to Vienna to mourn. His money gradually dwindles. He begins living in dormitories and shelters. He tries to make a living by painting postcards and selling small pictures. During these dark years, he reads nationalist and anti-Semitic publications. Vienna's political climate shapes him. In 1913, he leaves Austria and moves to Germany, to Munich. It is suggested in records that he wished to evade his military obligation. A year later, in 1914, the First World War breaks out. Hitler voluntarily joins the German army. The war will transform him, and he will wage a great struggle in the Second World War. During the war years, he serves on the Western Front. He is awarded the Iron Cross twice, yet he never rises above the rank of corporal. According to his commanders, he lacks leadership qualities. In the final days of the war, he is temporarily blinded in a British gas attack and, while receiving treatment in a hospital, learns that Germany has surrendered. November 1918. Germany is defeated, and the Treaty of Versailles is humiliating. The country loses its territory and its honor. Millions of soldiers return from the front. Unemployment soars. Inflation reaches unimaginable levels. The streets are seething with rage. This environment prepares the perfect ground for extreme ideologies. Hitler is tasked by the army with observing small political parties. In 1919, he joins the German Workers' Party at a beer hall meeting. In the party, he notices something. When he speaks, people listen. This discovery will determine his fate. Historical record. When I began to speak, the crowd fell silent. The words poured out of my mouth. It was as though I was saying things I had always known. Hitler's own account. In 1920, the party takes the name the National Socialist German Workers' Party, NSDAP, known, in short, as the Nazi Party. Hitler rises quickly through his propaganda and oratory skills and ascends to party leadership in 1921. Angry crowds, the unemployed, war veterans, Hitler's powerful rhetoric captivates them all. He lays the blame on Jews, Marxists, and those who signed Versailles. November 8th to 9th, 1923. The beer hall putsch. Hitler and his supporters attempt a revolution in Munich. They plan to overthrow the Bavarian government and seize control of Germany. However, the coup is violently suppressed. 16 Nazis die. Hitler is arrested and convicted. During the 9 months he spends in prison, he writes his book, Mein Kampf, My Struggle. The book is both a political manifesto and a memoir. Anti-Jewish sentiment, German supremacy, and the idea of living space, Lebensraum, are stated explicitly. The book is dismissed by many as madness. No one takes it seriously. This will turn out to be one of history's greatest mistakes, and the year of that great economic collapse, 1929. The Great Depression devastates Germany. Unemployment rises above 30%. Millions are desperate. In this environment, Hitler returns to the stage with powerful messages. He will make Germany great. He will take revenge on its enemies. He will save his people. Rallies overflow with excitement. The Nazi Party becomes the only force that grows from election to election. January 30th, 1933. German President Hindenburg appoints Hitler as chancellor. Those around him consider it a controllable move. An ordinary politician, they say. We will rein him in over time, they say, but they are wrong. February 1933. The Reichstag, Germany's parliament, is set on fire. Hitler blames the communists. He obtains emergency powers. The opposition is silenced. The press is seized. Political parties are banned. When Hindenburg dies in 1934, Hitler merges the titles of Chancellor and President. He is now the Führer, the absolute leader. Hitler's propaganda minister Goebbels builds the most effective propaganda machine in history. Radio, cinema, and newspapers come entirely under state control. The German economy recovers rapidly. Rearmament and industry, along with large public works projects, erode unemployment. Many Germans remember these years as miracle years. But beneath this economic recovery lies a horrifying project. From 1933 onward, laws targeting Jews are systematically enforced. In 1935, the Nuremberg laws strip Jews of German citizenship. On the November night of 1938, Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass, Jewish shops and synagogues across Germany and Austria are destroyed. This is the harbinger of the Great Massacre. September 1st, 1939, German armies invade Poland. The Second World War has begun. France falls. The Netherlands, Belgium, Denmark, Norway, all fall under Nazi occupation. Hitler establishes a dominance over Europe that no one had ever imagined. Yet the most deadly decision has not yet been made. The final solution is put into action. A systematic massacre aimed at exterminating Jews, Roma, the disabled, homosexuals, and political opposition begins. The death camps established in Poland, Auschwitz, Treblinka, Sobibor, are etched into the darkest pages of history. By the time the war ends, more than 6 million Jews will have lost their lives. This is the name of one of the greatest genocides in human history, the Holocaust. Historical testimony. When we arrived at the camp, they first took our suitcases, then our clothes, then our names. We were a number now. An Auschwitz survivor. In 1941, he attacks the Soviet Union. This will be the turning point of the war. At Stalingrad, the German armies suffer one of the most devastating defeats in history. In North Africa, they are defeated by the British. In 1944, Allied forces land in Normandy. Germany is caught between two fronts. Autumn 1944. Germany's defeat is now inevitable. Hitler retreats to an underground shelter in Berlin known as the Führer Bunker. His health has deteriorated. His hands tremble. His back is hunched. But he orders that resistance continue until the final day of the war. The generals around him cannot tell him the truth. They dare not. July 20th, 1944. He narrowly survives an assassination attempt organized by his own generals. Although the bomb planted on his table explodes, those around him die while Hitler is only slightly injured. This failed assassination attempt is a symbol of Germany's final desperation. April 1945. Soviet forces encircle Berlin. The bunker walls begin to tremble. Hitler marries Eva Braun, who has been by his side for years. The following day, April 30th, 1945, the two commit suicide together. Their bodies are burned in the garden. The architect of Nazism disappears beneath the destruction he himself created. May 8th, 1945. Germany surrenders. The war in Europe ends. Behind it lies ruin. More than 70 million people have lost their lives, military and civilian alike. Those who planned the genocide are tried at the Nuremberg trials. Many are executed or sentenced to long terms of imprisonment. The story of Adolf Hitler is one of history's darkest lessons. It is not simply the story of how one individual could create such immense destruction. It is the story of how easily a society can be misled, and how anger and prejudice can reduce millions of people to silenced objects. Remembering is necessary not only to understand the past, but to protect the present and the future. The real question now is this: did we learn our lesson or not? We look forward to your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. See you in new videos.